Hello everyone and welcome back to Disc Golf Examiner. Today we're bringing you coverage from the 2020 BCBO Take 2. Actually, it's the 2021 BCBO. But special thanks to all these great sponsors who made this event possible. I'm your host, Bryan Keegan, joined today by Cody Dockrill, who's on the card. Cody, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Bryan. Looking forward to checking out the back nine here.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. I absolutely love this course. I actually found out it's not too far from me because I had played it before a month before this tournament, but I had to go out and check it out. And fantastic course. It's most of it's open, but it does have some tight wooded shots as we see here in the B-roll footage. But I'm really excited because we have Bart in the lead at 9 under, you chasing him on his heels at 8 under, and we have Matt Rosier and Nate Blake on the card as well.
Yeah, it's a close one going into the back nine. I think some of these holes on the back definitely open up a little bit. There's definitely a lot of scoring opportunity back there.
Mm-hmm. And you have water. You have a lot of interesting like OB and Mandos that kind of try and make. So and there's tightly wooded holes. So it's definitely really interesting to see. So hole 10 here, I'm going to start off as a par 3. It's 339 feet and actually plays out into an island. So you'll see here, this footage was actually taken about a month prior to the event. But all around this basket will be an OB marking, and you have to make it inside of that off the tee.
Yeah, it was playing as hazard, so if you did miss the island, it was just play from wherever your disc was with a penalty shot.
Oh, okay, great. So we have up on the hill, Bart on the tee with a great rip. You can just see the wind out there and hear it as he pitches up, and he'll be in a great position.
Yeah, he's 15, 20 feet out. It's a good shot.
And it looks like you're playing a low flick shot out.
Yeah, I felt like that played the wind a little bit better.
And Nate opting for the flick as well. Nice and low. Yeah, get that skip, and he'll be within putting range there.
Yeah, he's about the same spot as me.
Rosier going straight at it. Yeah.
A little bit short, but he's safe.
As we know, Rosier always goes for it. And luckily there, he didn't go OB.
Yeah, it was a pretty aggressive run too.
Let's see if Nate can get his birdie here and end this bogey streak.
Yeah, he had a tough front nine.
Oh, just a little to the left there.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't quite commit to it.
And this will be pretty big for you because you got to stay on Bart's heels. And that is a beautiful birdie there for you, Cody.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with that one. Probably about a circle's edge putt. Feels good to make those, especially when you're battling like that.
Yeah, so Bart will make his, grabbing a birdie, taking himself to 10 under, and you'll be at 9 under. It's a tight race.
Yeah, it definitely is. But in the moment, I knew it was tight, but I didn't know the scores. I usually don't check them.
So hole 11's a par 4. It is 428 feet. It plays up this hill, and the basket is just in the middle of this field here. It is I'd probably say it's the widest open shot on the course, maybe. but I think with all the uphill, it gives it all its real challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could put par 4 in quotes on that one. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty open. It's not that far. I think a lot of the longer throwers in the field are trying to get a 2 on this. Bart wound up a little bit to the right there, just turned it a little bit too much.
And you're going to give this a great rip. What are you throwing here?
That is a Star Destroyer. Using pretty much all my drives, and I'm very happy with that one.
I don't know if you knew how close you were off the tee.
No,
Because
you can't really tell. It's like a little bowl up there.
And Nate playing his out. He's just past the pin. He'll have a long putt.
Yeah, it's such a smash of a forehand.
And Rosier's just going to play the wind there, dance a little bit, and he'll be shy, but he should have an easy pitch up and go into a flick. Not
you don't
often
see that very much. Yeah.
No, you do not. He must have been reading the wind there himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Bart has a long look. If you're getting an eagle on this hole, he's going to try to get up there. He's left himself a long putt.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tester.
And Nate reaching for his eagle. He'd love to have that right now, I think. Oh, and just a little shy. Bart here, he's got to make this just a little off the band there.
Yeah, and he's not happy with that mistake. He had a pretty routine approach there that he left a little bit short. Yeah, tap it in the eagle. We'll call it a beagle. It's more of a birdie, I'd say, but.
And that's going to put you in the lead as we move into hole 12, par 3. It is 286 feet. I really love this hole because it looks like there's a mango tree right that we just passed there. But as we come down to where the basket is, it's in a very interesting position, wedged between these trees. And you have to either be on the right or the left of it, either uphill of it or downhill of it. There's really no shot to be on either side. So it's very much a placement shot.
Yeah, this one's a little bit tricky. It's also pretty easy to overshoot the way the ground slopes. And I thought I threw that well. It just didn't get the turn I expected and kind of faded into the woods there.
Yeah, that actually went pretty deep in the woods too,
yeah.
Didn't it? Oh, and Nate's going for a thumber, it looks like. And he'll be short. He'll be short there.
Yeah, he just didn't get any ground play on that.
And Matt's just a little low there.
Yeah, a little bit of a worm burner.
Bart's shot is looking nice. That's what you want to do. Just get caught up. And it just went a little bit long. He's going to have a tough time putting from that position, I think.
Yeah, from the tee, I remember thinking that one looked perfect and just kind of sailed a little bit.
Yeah, if it had died a little sooner, he might have been getting an ace there.
Yeah.
And Nate actually does have an open look at the basket there. If he can just hyzer putt that in there. He's a ways away, though.
Yeah, I wonder if he's actually going to run this.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was definitely a bid.
Yeah, that was a good run. Just a little high there. And there you are, able to pitch out. That's great.
Yeah.
You were pretty far back there, it looked like.
Yeah, I didn't have any other options besides just laying up. There was a kind of a low ceiling that was in the way of the run.
Bart in a very tough position here. There's not a great look at the basket. He's got a tree between him and the basket and a bunch of branches between him and the tree.
Yeah, he's definitely in a tough position.
But that's going to take a. Okay, well, he'll be in the open then for his second putt here. All right, so he'll take his par. And it looks like everybody here should be taking a par, I believe.
Yeah, I think we're all tapping in pars. I think
Rosier.
Matt bogeyed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a, this is the position he's good with because he's so tall.
Yeah.
He can get around those trees. As we move on to hole 13, it's a par 3, 208 feet, but it's a tight 208 feet, I have to tell you. There's trees all over the place. Really, I think the only play here is a sidearm. I don't know. What do you think, Cody?
Yeah, I think that's all I saw was the left gap with flicks. I think Matt's probably going to throw a thumber, but I felt like this one was another one where you're just trying to hit that initial gap and then fade in the direction of the basket. But once you turn that corner a little bit, there's so many trees that it's really tough to predict or even plan to hit a gap up there.
It looks like that's going to be a way short there.
A little bit low, but I'm still okay with it because it's, like I said, it's once you get up to that corner, there's so many trees. It's getting to the basket is kind of low probability, it seems.
Nate a little low there, and he's going to kick left. Bart playing that real nice sidearm, going to get some little tree love there, and he'll have a very long putt.
Yep. Yeah, Matt's going with the thumber here.
Playing that skip. He got a little bit of a skip, but it really got caught up. I think the grass may have been a little high.
Yeah, it looked like he threw that well. It just didn't get any action.
Oh, no. And Matt's going to find a interesting line there.
Throwing another thumber up.
Yeah. And not much of a line here, I don't think, Cody, for you, but
yeah, I wasn't trying to run that either. Just trying to chip up and get my 3.
Nate, right off the cage. And let's see if Bart can get back in this. If he makes this, he will grab an extra stroke on you here and tie things up.
Yep. Not an easy putt, though.
No.
Just a little bit right.
Nathan looks like he's going to have to go to a squatting straddle putt, the most elusive of putts in disc golf for his bogey.
Yeah, and for this hole only being 200 feet, there were only 3 birdies on it that second round, so it's definitely not an easy one.
Yeah. As we move on to hole 14, which is a par 3, 311 feet, it plays down this hill, and the left side is waterway, so all OB. You definitely don't want to throw into the pond here, but it plays. This hole plays along the waterway the entire way to where the basket is, and of course the basket is on the side of a hill sloping away from the waterway, so that's another thing you have to worry about in this one.
Yeah, it was a fun hole, just trying to send it down there straight and check up on the hill there. Definitely don't want to risk going OB here.
Oh, that's looking pretty good there.
It's just
Oh,
really low.
yeah.
That one was kind of odd. I thought I threw it really well and just kind of died.
And Bart really wanted to make up that stroke, I think.
And I just yanks it a little bit.
It's definitely a scary hole. You got to have the perfect shot in order to get the birdie.
Yeah, and if you get anything nose up or fading, it's that OB could definitely come into play.
And Rosier has the height and the distance, and he will be in a great position for his birdie.
Yeah, that was perfect. I think he said he was throwing a pure there.
Oh, man. And here we have Nate going flick. And oh, no.
Oh, he just got over on it.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That'll be the second disc that he lost this round.
Yeah, it's never fun. Bart throwing up. It looks like he's got a little meat left on the bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's especially with the water behind it. Oh no. Okay, all right.
Oh, it just stays in.
Yeah, let's enough with that for Nate today. Okay, please.
Right.
All right, and you'll pitch up for your par. And here we have Bart. He's got that OB. He's got the water behind him for this putt. So if it misses,
yeah, not an easy one there.
All right.
Good on him to connect on that one.
Yeah. It's great that he didn't let that get in his head and that he just stayed in his game.
Yep.
Matt for his birdie. Well played by him.
Yeah, it's a great one to get.
You can't get the examination though whenever the disc is right next to the basket. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Yeah, a little bit too close.
So hole 15 is a par 3. It's 178 feet, and this is tightly wooded, almost directly straight uphill. I'd say it's 178 feet straight up.
Yeah, it's not a long one, but it's not that easy either. It's definitely tight. There's a couple of different options. I think it's all about just picking your gap and committing to the shot.
You know, when I first played this hole, I was like, I was so surprised that it was that short.
Yeah.
But it really was challenging. It's a very challenging hole.
Yeah, it's not many 178-foot holes that I'm throwing a driver on. I'm going with a Firebird here. Trying to play that hyzer line over there and just get it to check back up to the left.
And that is the most perfect drive you could possibly hope for.
Yeah, definitely. Happy with that one.
And Bart, unfortunately, going to clip that tree, and he will be beside that tree, and that is not a great look up at that basket.
Yeah, a little bit sawed off. He's going to be in a tricky spot.
Nate put some sauce on that, going after the chase card up there.
Yeah, he smashed that one.
He'll have a downhill putt from there, but as we look at Bart, he's got all these trees to contend with. It's just not a great position to be in there.
He got himself a chance, though. Sometimes that's all you can ask for.
And Matt, just a little more right than he wanted to release that. I find like uphill releases are always tricky. You either release it too early, usually, or
yeah, it can definitely be challenging putting uphill. You got to put a little bit more juice on it.
And Nate is looking downhill. This basket is below his feet.
Yeah, a bit of a death putt here.
Yeah, he's going to catch the ground. And you're going to go to a kneeling position for your birdie, grabbing another stroke here.
Yeah, it felt good to get that one. Like I said, I still didn't know exactly what the scores were, but I kind of had a good feeling after this one I had taken the lead.
No, that's right. Bart is actually going to take a bogey here, so you grab 2 strokes on that.
Mm-hmm.
And as we move on to hole 16, it's a par 4, 400 feet. And whenever I did the course preview here, there was this big tree down that fell that day. So that has been pushed to the side, to the left side of the fairway. And as you make your way up here to where the basket is in this guarded position, lots of trees around it, and you have logs, so your rollers aren't just going to get there.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. If you get off the fairway, it could turn into a big number pretty quickly. So I'm just trying to chip a forehand up there and keep it in the middle. I'm not trying to go for this basket at all.
And that's going to play very nicely as you made it out to where I was, and you're going to have a look down the gap at the basket.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy up and down.
Oh, and Matt's going to clip the stump of the tree that fell.
Yeah, I had a great line on that one, just a little bit low. I think Nate's going for this.
Oh my gosh, yes. Wow.
That was really good. To get a look at this basket, that's a really good shot. Not an easy one by any means.
Absolutely not. And Bart, his sidearm's going to go a little far left. This hole is actually called Don't Go Left, by the way, because left is just straight downhill, tight woods.
Yeah, I haven't wound up over there, but it does not look fun.
No. And Rosier's left himself quite a long putt there through some tight gaps. I don't know if he'll be able to capitalize from there, but we'll see here in a moment as we go to Bart, who's behind that gigantic tree that fell.
Yeah, that looks like a tough spot.
And he is going to make his way through, and he should have a putt from there. Wow.
Yeah, it was a good scramble shot there.
So what are you thinking with this one?
I'm just trying to lay up, trying to give it a little jump putt approach. I was hoping we would be able to see. I almost hit you on that one.
Yeah, I cut it out a little bit, but Nate for his 2 just off the cage.
Yeah, it was a great bid, great attempt.
Rosier has a long putt here for his 3. Oh, fortunately going to get a tree there. And he's going to have another tree between him and the basket, I believe.
He should be all right from there, though.
Cody, for your birdie, grabbing it.
Yeah, that one felt good. The approach I kind of pulled a little bit wide, so I was happy to make the little bit longer putt than I had anticipated there.
Rosier for par. And Bart for his birdie. So he's not letting go yet. The steam is still there. He can grab 2 more birdies, and perhaps on the last hole, give us a show. Maybe go for that eagle and tie it back up with you. So as we go into hole 17, it's a par 4, 470 feet. You play through another tight fairway here, out into the field. On the right side of this field, there's a tree that is your Mando. You have to go then up the hill to where the basket is. And, I believe the biggest challenge of this hole is getting off that tee where it's tightly wooded.
Yeah, definitely. The play here is to try and pull it out that right gap and into the field so you have a wide open shot to get up and down. And that was just a terrible throw. Burned it into the ground. Happy to be in the middle of that left gap though.
Yeah. Nate with a low flick. He's going to clip that tree and land right next to you, I think.
Yeah, same spot.
And Bart, he's going to clip the tree just past that.
Yeah, nobody getting off the tee well here.
And Rosier going for that roller. Looks like he's going to get out into that field. And, okay, well, he's still left himself in a position where he can get around that Mando.
Yeah, we had a bit of a headwind there, and it just flipped that roller so much more quickly than he had expected.
Nate with that low sidearm, getting that hopefully a skip up the hill. Didn't quite get a great skip, but
yeah, and I'm just trying to go straight up to the basket here. Decent gap at it, and just completely sawed it off. Kind of felt like I was lucky to still be out in the open over there.
Yeah, I think that fencing there is OB as well, so that's good.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was there until I walked up.
And Bart has left himself a long putt for his birdie. Matt playing a very nice Anheuser shot up to the basket, and he is at circle's edge there, maybe just inside the circle.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
And Nate just got to get up.
Yeah, just chipping up there. Good approach.
And Cody, you're going to pitch up as well here. Well, given that a decent bid there.
Yeah, it was a little bit uphill. I figured I'd maybe try and give it a chance.
Bart's chance at a birdie, unfortunate. Here is Matt for his birdie. And well, Matt asked how did that happen after he threw it. So let's just show him here. Looks like he just caught the nub on the top of the basket.
Yeah, just caught the top of the cage.
Yeah.
It was a good looking putt though.
You have Nate for par. And then we have Bart here for his par. Oh, you'd hear that wind whipping right as he went to putt. It's a scary thing.
Yeah, sometimes even those 15-footers can be scary in the wind.
So we're going to move on to our last hole, which is right after Matt drops in his putt. And hole 18 is par 4. It is 498 feet. Plays along this barn to your left-hand side. You do have a Mando on the right-hand side, the tree. And there's OB just past the barn here, right where these trees start. Now the basket lies on the side of a hill with a tree to the right side of it. So there's some things can come into play. Maybe some people didn't know about the OB just past the barn there, but it is there for this tournament.
Yeah, I didn't know there was OB over there. But yeah, this one, just trying to throw a rip, trying to get a look at a putt. It's definitely gettable for some of the guys in the field who've got the power. It is a little bit uphill.
And Nate going to his backhand.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he wasn't ripping a flick on that one.
And good, he stopped short of the OB, so that's a good thing. And Bart is giving this everything he has, putting on a great show as he plays a great flex out. And wow,
Yeah, that was a smash. He's long.
That was 5'10", 5'20", maybe.
Yeah, at least.
And Matt going to be driving out to a position. I don't think he's going to be in a favorable position to make a long putt there.
Mm-hmm. Nate chipping up, and this was about the moment that I finally checked the scores just to kind of see the situation, see if I had to make that last putt. But
right. And Rosier playing out around that tree.
Yeah, good pitch up.
Yeah. And it still looks like he gave that a good attempt, you know?
Yeah, it was kind of a half run. It was just making sure I was going to be close.
And here we have Bart for his eagle, just at circle's edge here. Beautiful eagle there.
Yeah, it's a great 2 to get. I think that was the only 2 of the round.
Yeah, let's take a look. Looks like this did play at about 3.13, and yeah, I believe that was the only eagle.
Yep.
Wow. So we'll have you pitch in for the win. Cody Dockrill, the 2021 BCB Open champion. How does it feel, Cody?
Feels great to get a win. I've been putting a lot of work in the off season, especially on just like putting, and I think it's really paying off. And I'm really happy that it didn't turn out like the last time you filmed me in West Virginia.
Well, you know, everybody has days like that, especially on those hilly courses in West Virginia. But, you know, great win for you. It's been so great because we've covered you so much over the years. It's really great to see you get a big victory like this. This is a B tier event, so you know, it did draw in a lot of people from all around, and I think that everybody had a ton of fun at the BCB Open. Want to thank the TDs for all of their help and to get us out there. Everybody who bought jerky and hats and everything that helped support us at Disc Golf Examiner. I just want to say thank you guys, and you know, that's that. So, anything else you need to say before we go, Cody?
No, I don't think so. Thanks for having me on, Bryan, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, guys, and if you like the video, remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and share it. It's what keeps us going, and you know, obviously everybody who's out there buying jerky and our hats, appreciate it. We're doing a special thing this year with our hats. $5 of every hat purchase goes towards the PFDO this year. So just trying to help those guys out and help the pros come to Pittsburgh. So that's going to do it for us. So until next time, guys, keep banging those chains.